Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition Sphere of Influence. It's our third playthrough of the game here. I'm the Mysterious JG. We played through years ago now as the Oda, and we played through fewer years ago, but still years ago I think, as the Date. And now we're playing through as the Takeda, and it does look like the Takeda are going to win the land. In recent videos we defeated the Oda, fully absorbing them into our officer corps. After the Imagawa and the Matsudaira, these are the big three clans that we've taken out. There's lots, smaller clans we've taken out along the way, and we've withstood the attacks of the Uesugi. We've broadly avoided conflict with the Hojo, with one or two exceptions. And now that we have a firm alliance with the Hojo, and the Uesugi have kind of worn themselves out with their failed attacks against us, there's really not a whole lot standing between us and the capital. The Miyoshi clan. I see, that's a Matsunaga. That's a Sagawa, Yoshi Yagyu. Yeah, the Miyoshi clan are actually what stands between us. Are the actual ones who hold Kyoto right now. And they are the most powerful clan left on the map, I believe. Other than us. It's like them and the Mori, maybe. As far as population, the Shimazu have actually overtaken the Miyoshi, which is, come on, guys. Come on, guys. But soldier-wise, soldier-wise, it's Shimazu as well. We're never going to fight the Shimazu. Unless I decide I want to do a full clear and conquer every city, which I've never done. I've always done the warband ending, when you gain enough power that the other clans have to submit. Basically, it's the Hideyoshi Toyotomi. I'm blanking. There's a Taiko. Yeah, he was the Taiko in the novel. The novel Shogun. He was the Taiko. But yeah, I've always gone for that ending. But it's kind of interesting. The Uesugi have really dropped off. Things have not gone well for them recently. They're almost weaker than the Chosakabe, who don't even rule their island at this point because the Miyoshi have a big chunk of it. But anyway, it's time for an action turn. At the end of the last video, I was pondering how the smart path here is probably to take some time and let our resources fill in. But in fact, the temptation will be very hard to resist to just attack the Azai right now, because the Azai were a constant irritant while we were fighting the Oda. The Azai and the Asakura, they are aligned. Sorry, that's not what I meant. I meant to do... there's some button that would let me change. Here we go. So they're hostile towards us. They are allied with the... yeah, all these guys are allied with each other against us. These guys are even allied with the frickin' Honganji clan. Interesting. So the Azai and the Asakura have a permanent alliance, similar to what we have with the Hojo. The Rokaku clan, enemy of our ally, Honganji clan. Oh, they hate us because because they're allied with the Honganji. They're also allied with the Azai. And the Azai are pretty smart putting together these alliances, because now they've got an alliance with the Miyoshi, who are in awe of us. But we're going to be fighting the Miyoshi. There's no sense in really putting that off. I want to let things calm down with the Kitabatake clan. And they have a truce with the Honganji. So I think letting that truce wear off will prevent them from getting involved in any hostility to help the Honganji. Honganji I'm not attacking anymore, because we've taken out the castle that's relevant to us. But because they're allied with the Asakura, they could get pulled in. I think we wait a little while before we attack, so that we can try to get try to work on the Kitabatake and get them aligned with us. Tsutsui clan doesn't matter. The Suzuki clan doesn't matter. Wakasa Takeda clan, that's an odd one. Like, I don't know why they are a separate. They have the Takeda symbol, like they're a separate branch of the family, I feel like we just conquer them, though, just because it's simplest, because they've only got one castle. There's no point to keeping them around. It's a really nice castle, too, if I recall correctly. It's, well, maybe it's not. But it's a castle as opposed to... Oh, never mind. There's castles and there's palaces. Like Nijo is a palace. And again, I don't understand what that means, actually, the difference between castles and palaces. So I don't think we've got any troops on the march. Unless we got people returning. Yeah, we got people returning from the fight that we had with the... We helped Kirakumo Castle hold against the Uesugi. Because we just don't like the Uesugi and we want to hurt them in any way we can. I've gained the politician trait. Liquid Snake does not approve of me and he does not consider me a warrior. Let's begin to begin. Did we have to sell stuff that turn? Base mine port trade in foreign. I guess trade. I was probably me selling food. This is what we've received. Rifles. Fukashi Castle no longer needs an overseer. Various tribes sworn allegiance, because I guess that's what I did in the last turn. I kind of forgot. Appeasement brought quite the results. Alright, we've got more development that can go on. Sunpu Palace can... population increases. I guess we're going theater. And eventually we'll get rid of that theater because we will go with no theater. See, we could have gone large garden. And they went theater. It allows a tea retreat. The thing about that is it makes adjacent units suitable for conscripts. Yeah, I really don't even think it would have mattered. So we've got Nobunaga here with, I think this is, I'm blanking on his name. It's the wife of one of his famous retainers, not his wife. Did I not put him with his wife? That's a shame. That was mean of me to do if I did that intentionally. Alright, so in other places we went with a theater, but here we're going to go with no theater. I think I'll have Elemandretta do it rather than JG, just in case JG is available for road work. Like, they'll both get it done within a turn, but JG will take a smaller amount of the turn. This is not acceptable. Why the fuck were we not building towards a gunsmith and instead building towards a fucking golden tea house? No. Oh boy. Alright, well we need to get somebody over to Gujo Hachiman. Maybe that's what we do with JG. JG, sorry, I thought I was doing you a solid here, but in fact, you're getting sent to Gujo Hachiman Castle. Not a particularly stellar posting. But that's an interesting question. We only had two officers there. I wonder if are there people on the way? So I just took over the whole Oda officer corps. Yeah, I clearly have too many officers. Or I clearly have plenty of officers. I just took over all of the Oda's officers. I wish I could cancel JG's move. I'll just have to remember that I did it, because I can bring him back. We don't need that many, like, amazing officers over there. Alright, so... just looking, I think we've already done all the road improvements that will actually impact cities. At some point, road improvement is serving only to help us actually, you know, move faster. Although that's worth doing too, sometimes. We've got other officers already improving some of these roads. These roads leading into Uesugi territory are eventually going to matter to us, because we're going to be attacking them. For now, maybe we just actually save the money. Oh, come on, guys. Be a friend. These guys are interested because we helped them against the Uesugi. We are not interested in them. We are going to eventually conquer them. We just don't need to do it right now. We used enticement once just for funsies. I know I'm throwing all this money into this, but it's okay if these guys support the Hojo, I suppose. I know, I like the idea of getting 100% support if I can. Ultra Bobo, go over there and get support from these guys. Nobunaga, you are an overseer. I won't have you pulled away from your overseer duties. But yeah, like I've got 100% support from all these tribes in my own territory. We kind of spent the last turn working on that, but I think it means that they just always give us supplies and shit, so it's probably worth it in the long run. All right, let's just oh, there's something we can buy.
Ask for anything you want.
I have to take a look periodically to see if they're offering up any of those swords we need for our quest, and that's another thing. We can retire, we can expel a clan officer. I want to take a look at Crescent Caddy. I'm looking for swords. Nico Ichimonji, Sutra Nagamitsu, Saddle Cutter, Lightning Cutter, because we got this quest. Beads, Law, Crescent, Onimara, and Doji. Beads, Law, Crescent, Onimara, and Doji. That's a tea set. Okay. I didn't think so, but it was possible that, like, amongst other officers, you are supposed to... Like, there's an officer who owns this sword you need for the quest. I think we're just supposed to wait for them to show up in the shop. So we'll just do development. We'll actually have some money left over for a change, and we'll just, you know, maintain quiet and peace. And eventually start improving roads to, Uesugi territory in preparation for the invasion. And just having our roads in our own territory better will just make troop movements better. Yeah, I have extra gold, whatever. It's fine. I've become a politician, not a warrior. Mazuki Sanada has had a son. He'll be named Yukimura Sanada when he comes of age. I can't imagine Yukimura Sanada is ever going to be important. So let's keep moving.
Let us begin the meeting. Here's last month's balance. Reporting in.
Various castles have finished development fully. Toy tribe supports us. Okay. They're a toy tribe. They're made up of like little, wooden soldiers. Tsuchikisaki Palace is growing further. They've got a special fair here. This is a cargoman. So I think the idea was a cargoman here. And then all the, like, if it with a cargoman here, then these three would all be military districts. But this is already, see, this F, E, F. This is already being boosted by this cargoman. So we'll go ahead and put conscripts here. Well, hold on. I know, I should think about this. What is it that Tsuchikisaki Palace needs before they can build their castle facility? I want a foundry. They are at... Oh, they've got enough. So the only reason they don't have a foundry is because I just hadn't noticed that they reached the requirement. So a Buddhist temple. Bases units with conservative officers become stronger. Maximum popularity increased. Chapel would be strengthens affiliated units with creative officers. I think they mean progressive, because T retreat would be neutral. Yeah, maximum popularity increases, but here, foundry, resistance to blockade and burning increases, maximum popularity increases. I thought we got something else from that. Depot gives you harvest, official trader gives you gold, riding grounds gives you horses, arsenal gives you guns, deluxe bath, officers overcome illnesses, shipyards does ship stuff, foundry, resistance to blockade and burning increases, maximum popularity increases. Fuck, I thought it did something more than that. So Buddhist temple would actually be more useful, because at least some officers would be aided. Let's see what it says. No, max popularity is still at 100. Okay, so this is actually not doing anything for us. Conservative officers would be powered up if we build a Buddhist temple. You know what? I guess we'll build a Buddhist temple. I like the idea of a foundry because I thought it did something for us with guns, but that's arsenal. Arsenal gear. Tsuchikisaki Palace is never going to be attacked. There's no way, because the Hojo are our permanent allies, and there's no one else that can even reach it. Like, the Uesugi would have to take so many of our cities before they got to Tsuchikisaki Palace, and they're by far the closest. If we turned on the Hojo are never going to lay their filthy mitts on Tsuchikisaki Palace anyway. It's our goddamn capital. So let's let Shingen, who gave himself the name Shingen as a Buddhist name to portray himself as a moral figure amongst the people. Let's go ahead and have him build a Buddhist temple. And can we have him personally oversee it? Yes, we will. Yes, we can. This is actually dumb because it means I'll have to change it back from him on the next turn. But what now my headcanon is Shingen, in order to gain popularity with the people, is having a Buddhist temple built in his capital and is personally overseeing the construction. Now I wonder what else I'm sitting here on facilities that we could build, and I'm just not aware. This place needs more agriculture, and it can build a depot. We want a riding grounds here, and we are just short on conscripts. A depot here, we're short of what we need. Don't have enough crops for either thing that we want. Fukashi is a place, though. Yeah, we should be doing more at Fukashi. Come on, I want to move some better officers up to Fukashi because it is a place that could be a real big deal. And the places that can only build Buddhist temples, tea retreats, etc., I don't really care that much. Now, this place could build a... Oh, it's Tsujigasaki. We're already in the middle of it. This place could build a foundry, but I'm realizing foundries don't do what I thought they did. Wooden fence construction here is paused. Why? It'll take a long time, but I guess we'll start it. Yeah, they can build a riding grounds. Why haven't I already done this? Because I wasn't paying attention. Bobo the Vulture will personally construct a horse factory. Here's another place. Oh, no, it's the same place. Yeah, these castles, these towns have to get pretty big before they can build anything. Like you basically have to have a fairly well-developed city before any of these will become available. They can build a depot, which is a thing that is of use. It increases harvest. Kiso Fukushima is like it can't build any of the facilities, which is weird because it seems like a place that could do so much. Like the castle has room for all these facilities, but you don't get to build a actual facility. I want to take a look at Fukashi, actually. Okay, it's what? Never mind. I was going to throw a bunch of good officers here. I could still send some good officers here, but it doesn't have a lot of spaces it's allowed to use in development. Anyway, back to Tsujigasaki, and we were going to build a cargoman here, and then it was just going to be troops, troops, troops all the time. But we'll go ahead and start with conscripts. We might want to move Shingen out of there, like have him build that Buddhist temple as his goodbye to the city, and then bring him forward, because he's the commander of our armies, and he's really far away from the front at this point. He's always been stationed in Tsujigasaki, which has been our capital this whole time. All right, Gujo Hachiman. We want to start working towards a gunsmith. Let's have you do it, so that somebody else will be assigned as the overseer. And this was always the plan here, get this to be a cargoman.
Ask for anything you want.
At Alice's restaurant. Gonna sell some food.
Thank you for your patronage.
And since he's up here, let's get JG to improve these mountain roads. We'll even get it done 800 gold cheaper. This is a way, it's spending a lot of money, but it's also a way to keep us out of war if I want things to slow down a bit, because we'll have all these officers who are sort of tied up in this. But yeah, I'd like us to be able to move much more quickly through these mountainous areas. Of course, we're burning through our labor this way. Alright, there's no particular reason to go through these mountains, because we've got faster paths. I'd like to get it where we've got just fully improved paths for our freaking armies to follow, you know? That's probably enough of that. I think that I got a little silly there before I was done. What tribes are there to appease? You... Yeah, it's worth checking in on you guys, because you're on the front lines where we're going to have combat eventually. I don't know that this will ever matter, but throwing a few bucks this way, it would just make it so that the AI would have to actually put effort into taking it away from us. So this has been an entirely domestic sort of video and committing to even more road work, but it's all working towards eventually... Aha! We're in normal relations with those jerks. Alright. I hope I didn't have my... I don't hope my best diplomats aren't all assigned to road work. Ganymede is really good at that sort of thing. So he will go to work on getting them to like us. And somebody should be working on the Imperial Court. Yeah, we've already got Mazuyuki doing that. Alright, so let's call it a video. And when we come back next time... I shouldn't go too crazy with the road work, but like I'm trying to get to the point where I'm trying to just build up infrastructure now. It's not affecting the economy other than spending gold. It is affecting how quickly we can move troops around so that we can get troops from like the Tsujigasaki area to actually get out and help with fights quickly, because some of our best cities like Sunpu Palace, Tsujigasaki Palace are really far away from the front. But I'm trying to just sort of make myself wait and attack the Azai and the Asakura and ultimately push toward... Like, I'm trying to make myself wait and let everything line up, because we could push it, but, you know, we're not in a hurry. We're already moving a lot faster than Nobunaga did in real history. So I'm the Serious JG. Thanks for watching. When we come back next time, it'll probably be more boring domestics, but we'll see. It could be that somebody forces me to move. See you then.